Welcome back for minute 56 of Iron Man. Is that how I started? No. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to minute 56 of Iron Man 1. My name is Brian.
I'm Richard.
And this is I Love You 3000 Minutes, the podcast where we took that Mark 1 armor and we just sat it in a oil bath like from Star Wars, which was referenced in the last minute and in this minute. But instead of an oil bath, it just was a Pym particle bath. And that thing got all soaked and juicy with those Pym particles. And then we just hit a hammer, not Thor's hammer, we're not worthy, but like a miniature Stormbreaker hammer, the hammer side, and just go ding ding, and then it whoosh through time, back in time specifically, so that we could rewatch the entire Infinity Saga from Iron Man 1 to Spider-Man Far From Home, one marvelous minute at a time. And Richard, what happened in this minute?
The Ten Rings are searching the sand. They're digging around. They find the mask from the Mark 1 armor, and they find the big bad, who now has a pretty sizable burn or a huge scrape on the side of his head. It's kind of fleshy. Like he's just kind of letting it hang out rather than trying to hide it. And, you know, there's sand whipping around out in the desert. And it's like, man, normally that would, all the sand would get all up in that head wound or that scrape, whatever you want to call it. But he doesn't seem to mind. He says something in his language that I don't recall, something of little consequence.
Try to find the subtitles.
I actually played the subtitles for what we were watching.
Oh, okay.
I just don't remember what he said.
Well, it says speaking foreign language in that subtitle,
okay.
So there might be a specific subtitle that they added.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, so there's not any extra subtitles like they've had in previous scenes that are just baked into the movie, but I saw that his goggles were just like right up against that burn. Like, not even just the sand, which would also irritate it and be horrible, but like they're just like whoosh, and tight. Ooh, baby.
Maybe he's impervious to pain after all that. Maybe the nerves in his face are gone.
Look, let's not get ridiculous. This is a superhero film, after all. And we did travel back in time to watch this. So, like, let's just try to keep it grounded.
I was coming up with reasons that it wouldn't hurt.
But, like, grounded and realistic. You know, something like a guy who can teleport through space with a hammer.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, something grounded and realistic and just everyday that you see every day like that.
Yeah, the nerves in his face died.
No, that's fiction. That's fine. You need something like a guy who can wear nanobot suit that's bulletproof and also be able to get superhuman powers from a flower. Something realistic like that.
So he finds a mask.
So is this where you're disappointed or where you're not disappointed, but I still thought you were disappointed?
I was disappointed.
Yeah, I figured.
I just went with it. So
let me fix this. I didn't fix this yesterday. That little bit's going to be in there to explain the camera angle. Nope, that's not. Okay, I didn't do Never mind.
What you're trying to do.
It's not like it wasn't in between us. The camera wasn't like hitting.
But luckily, it looks like it is.
Yeah.
Which is funny. So he says something very self-satisfied. He's like, yeah, so don't think something. Because again, it's not subtitled, right?
Oh, okay.
And so it cuts back to Tony in his lab working with this arm who might be, I don't know, what's the name of the AI? Jarvis? This might be like Jarvis Mach 0 or Jarvis Beta. He's not doing such a good job. He's able to listen.
Oh, no, that arm is not controlled by Jarvis.
I know that. I'm saying it's Jarvis Mark 0. It was an early model of Jarvis that Tony was like, I can do this better. And he left it in the middle and he made new Jarvis.
We do have to address the fact that Iron Man, Tony Stark, is not a proper tech guy. He's not a prop. So if it was the first version of Jarvis, it would definitely be Jarvis Mark 1.
Okay, I suppose.
He's not smart like you with the marks. He couldn't imagine having 0 marks.
It might have been beta. He might have had a beta before the marks. This might be a Jarvis beta. Anyways.
Jarveda.
Sure. So this thing is having some troubles. It keeps getting in the way, and like Tony's getting frustrated with it a little bit, and he's like, "Come on, move it! You know, you're in the way."
Yeah, it's literally
am I in your way?
A magnifying glass.
Yeah,
that's supposed to just help him. Worst assistant ever.
I thought it was doing an okay job, and Tony was just giving him a hard time.
It was not. I promise.
It was moving up slowly, and then and he's like,
he goes up, doesn't move. at all.
Listen, give Jarvis Beta some time, okay? Clearly needs it. He's gonna get there. So he's working on a calf ankle piece for the suit, and you can see all of the moving parts that kind of go where muscles would be. So there are moving parts where the calf would be, moving part where the ankle would be, and it's pretty cool to look at. And it's kind of the end of the minute, you know, just kind of advancing the plot. Some Ten Rings finds that mask. The dude is like, yes, we're finding pieces, and Tony's like, I'm building my suit. It's coming along.
Yeah. Do you know what the ankle piece, like, it's called, you know, like how he names the suits Mark 1, Mark 2, but you know what the ankle piece is?
Oh, I'm a
Mark Ankle. If you watch the video and my face has just gone dead, but I'm listening to you.
It's because I knew it was coming.
That's me listening and then trying to come up with what the C could stand for in Cankle. And the best I could come up with is Mark Cankle.
I knew it was coming, but I'm still surprised.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
He did not smoke before this either.
Yeah, you're the only one who smokes cigars in this house.
Yep. Oh my god. Is there anything else for this minute?
Yes. So did you catch the other Star Wars reference in this minute?
Pulling the part out of the ground?
Yeah, the part at 13 seconds is like a reference to, look, sir, droids in the middle of the desert in A New Hope.
Gotcha.
Or as the faithful call it, Star Wars.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's the other reference. You know, obviously it being in kind of a windswept, sandy area out in the open is another kind of choice to replicate the droids when they landed on Tatooine. But let's see, after another wipe. There's another wipe from there to there. We gotta pay attention to these wipes in the future. I wonder if there's more
that we missed before.
Yeah, than just these two. So let's see how it's supposed to be going, this thing with the robot. So it goes out, okay, it hits, first off, it hits the actual boot to the point where the subtitles say, not in the boot, dummy. Right here. And stay put, nice. You're of no benefit at all because it keeps moving, and move down to the toe, and it doesn't. Oh wait, it kind of starts doing it. So never mind. It does move down to the toe, and it moves there. Yeah, and we got this nice pan around. Any of these pieces around you recognize? Like that he's using?
I'm looking, not really seeing it.
We've got a thing around the 50-second mark that kind of looks like the blue glow of the arc reactor at the bottom. Maybe there's tubing that he's putting in to,
could be,
like electrical wire.
He has the repulsors on his hands, right? Maybe that's going to be a repulsor, or maybe that goes on the bottom of the boot for lift.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I wonder how
you see a second one there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it's kind of like, so yeah, either it's for the boot or do you think his arc reactor uses normal electrical wire, or does it need specialized blue glowy wire?
No, just wires. The glow comes from it getting charged and stuff. I don't know what kind of wire. Yeah, I don't know. Like, to connect it to the base plate deep inside his chest, it was just copper wire, right? Before, it was copper wire attached to a magnet, so it seems like the important thing is the power source.
Touche. It's funny how these things around the 39-second mark at the top of the boot kind of look like fingers moving.
Yeah. It's the calf movement I was talking about.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, so you get another good look at some of his cars in the background. There's that orange one that you were looking. Is that a Ferrari like you said it was? Or did you say it was like a
Still not saying. It could be Corvette even.
Then we got some older ones, a silver one and like a blue-orange one.
The blue one is like an old school race car. Like, that looks like it might have been custom made, but I'm not really sure. That could have also been a Chevy. For some reason, I want to say that's a Chevy.
The blue one?
Yeah, the blue one with the top down. And then all the way to the left, that looks like maybe an NSX, like an Acura. No.
That's at the 34-second mark on the left-hand side.
Yeah, no, not an NSX.
The gray one or silver one?
That's like an Acura RCF or something, but I'm thinking of how the RCF looks today. I have no idea how it would have looked back then, so I don't know.
All right. What's this last one at the 50-second mark? All right. That's all the way in the back.
So go back to the orange one. That's definitely, probably, I really want to say that's Lambo.
Okay. And then the one we saw next to it earlier.
Get a closer look here.